So I have Leland Bishop here with CFS Roofing out of Fort Myers, and we're in the middle of a boot camp, and I wanted to just ask him a couple of questions for you as a case study and a success story. So Leland, before working with me in the program, can you tell me what your life was like as an account manager at your commercial roofing company and selling service work? And just tell me a little bit about what your life was like before we started making the transition into what it is today.
Yeah, it was a lot of runaround, scrambling, trying to get caught up, just sending out bids to get it off of my desk so I could move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Not really talking to any customers, just rushing through everything so I could report at the end of the week that I'd completed all my assignments.
Okay. So what was your monthly revenue like before?
Somewhere about 60 to 70,000 a month.
So, which in some companies that's actually pretty good, but for that company that was you just in a reactive space, always behind, and then we began to transition. So what steps did we take that you took with my program, and then what has happened since? So let's talk about steps you took, what started to transform, and then what did the transformation look like from a result standpoint?
All right, well, I mean, the very first step and the most important was my outlook on the whole role as an account manager, to actually manage the accounts and not just bid, to make it more of a sales process.
Okay.
And then the second was to follow the baseline selling and stop letting the customer dictate the transaction, move from a subservient selling standard to one where we were equals and we could have conversations instead of me just taking orders. That was a big one.
Gotcha. So you went from, you were taking orders, you began transitioning into equal business stature, you began controlling the process, you knew what the process was,
Yeah.
right? You started to get a sales process in place, and you were not just an order taker anymore, but you started managing relationships.
Correct, yeah.
So let's talk about the transformation. So somebody's watching this, you're like, great, that all sounds great. Was it tough? Was it hard? You know, what you have to do to change, and what are the results?
Realistically, I had to change everything I was doing. It was a little tough, but it gets easier the more you do it. It becomes
Okay.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
I mean, and the difference now is, I'm closing 75% of everything I touch, and I'm having, 120 to 150,000 months, $120 to $150,000 months every month.
Every month.
Every month back to back.
Just $150,000, $120,000 every single month.
Correct.
So every single month you're hitting those types of numbers. I mean, that's more than twice as much. Was it hard to make that change, or you said you had to do some work, but it became muscle memory? So would you say you're actually selling twice as much work with less effort?
Oh, now it's easier to sell more work than it was to try and just get caught up.
Right.
I just naturally stay ahead now. I don't feel overwhelmed like I did before. It just makes my work day go so much smoother and
Awesome.
less stressful.
Great. So congrats on your success. You're crushing it, and your company, I'm sure, is really pleased. Why would anybody, if someone's like, man, I'm thinking about working with Ryan and following his steps and stuff, tell them why they should, and what would be in it for them? Just look right there and tell them.
I mean, realistically, if you're looking to improve, it's the easiest way to dramatically improve yourself, not only as a person, but as a salesperson or organization. If you're happy with, being miserable at work and being overwhelmed all the time and always trying to catch up, I mean, that's probably not something you want to do. But
Nice.
it makes your workday so much easier when you have the ability to know what's going on in your day-to-day tasks, and you start using your Outlook calendar, and you're no longer scrambling or worrying about, did this get done, did that get done? It just makes it so much easier.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for tuning into Leland's success story. Now, I think you should book a meeting with me, and let's talk a little bit further about how we can help you, like we've helped Leland and CFS. So, thank you.